Yes, I'm recording now. If you're taking a day for yourself, I'm going to do things for me. What are some of those things that you do for yourself?
The first thing is a wonderful cup of like dirty iced chai. Either I'll make it here at my house or I'll go out and get one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, I would love to say, like, I'll go to the gym because I know that's so important, and it is. But if it's like my self-care day, I'm skipping the gym.
Yeah, no.
Girl.
I'm going nowhere near.
I'm skipping it, but I'm still going to wear the leggings. Hey, what's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Normalize This, the show where we discuss whether or not ideas, trends, and behaviors should be normalized in everyday society. I'm your girl, your host, Danielle Young, and then there's someone else here as well. I'm just kidding. Hey, Adam.
Hi, I'm your other host, Adam Rippon. That's me, the other host. And we do this together as co-hosts.
Yes, we host together. And I'm so glad that Adam is here because we're going to be talking about something that I believe we both believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Normalizing self-care.
Yes. Thank God. Someone needed to normalize it. And I'm glad that we're
here
doing
to do
it.
The heavy
lifting. Yes. And after we discuss and we normalize self-care finally and for once, make sure you stick with us because later on in the show we'll be playing a game called Keep It or Curb It, which has an amazing jingle written by Danielle.
Mm-hmm. And written specifically
for this show.
Yeah, and nobody else has it.
That's where we are going to decide what to celebrate and what to toss aside. Hence, keep or curb.
Before we get into like all the show and all the things, Adam, you know what I like to do? I like a fun fact about you.
Yes. Okay. I don't have so much as a fun fact as I have an important question. Okay. Do you say croissant or do you say croissant?
Oh my God. Why the hell would I say it the second way?
Good. Okay. I want to say, I don't think people who say it the second way should be allowed to vote. I don't think that they should
be here in America. Get them back to France where they want to be.
I think if you speak French as your first language, it's normal. It just rolls off you can control it.
That is also true.
But if you can control it, stop it.
And stop it right now.
Yeah.
Because it's not cute. Nobody's asking you to do that.
No. Okay. Then that's all I needed to know because it's a catalyst for me knowing if I can trust you or not, which I knew I could and now I know I can.
Listen, you definitely can. Croissants are so such a mess to eat. I don't understand why people really live for them the way that they do, but
yeah. Okay. Enough about me. What's your fun fact today?
I have wanted to be, and I still would like to dabble in there a little bit, a comedian. And on top of doing the stand-up and all those things, I've also done just those odd comedian jobs where I've ended up on set of a show that didn't exist yet, and writing and being in some of the skits. And on this particular set, this was so many years ago, when I lived in New York, but on this particular set, they brought in some social media girls and, people that are popular online. And one of those women who I ended up being in a skit with was Cardi B.
Oh my God.
I know. This was before she fixed her teeth. This is before she became a mother. This is before
the teeth.
She said she got a bag and fixed her teeth.
Yeah.
And Cardi is known for, she is no shame in her game. She's always talked about that, even when she appeared on TV with her grill the way it was. So this is no shade to Cardi at all, because that is something she's always talked about. But yeah, this was before she became the big deal that she is now. And when she was on Instagram and talking her shit and stripping. this is like that Cardi. So yeah, we were in a skit together, and it was a Real Housewives of the Civil Rights Movement. People have dug it up to drag Cardi for it. I was Betty Shabazz, Cardi was Coretta, and we definitely went back and forth at each other, very housewives style. It was fun. It was funny, but people are very sensitive when it comes to certain types of comedy, and it definitely got pulled up again when Cardi became a big deal and she apologized for it. And I was like, oh God, is this going to come up when like I become something?
Listen, I feel like Cardi's gotten away scot-free, so I think you're fine. And
yeah,
and I feel like I have good news for you, because I think comedian is one of those job titles that you can just say you are.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like, oh, well, I was doing it, but I still very much am funny. I still very much like write jokes, and I do skits and things like that. So I am very much still a comedian. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I say I'm a comedian too, because it feels like kind of in the vein of just, being funny. But I'm glad you're saying this, because sometimes I felt weird about saying it, but now I'm literally one step away from being like, I'm a soultrepreneur.
Don't say that. Listen, before we get into the show, because none of that was the show, it was just me and Adam chit-chatting, and you loved it. I just want to make sure you understand the type of relationship you're in with us. It's two-sided. It goes both ways. We are here to let you know that we're here for you, and you are here for us. Mm-hmm. So anything that you want to hear, whether we're talking about normalizing, I don't know, pickles and ice cream, or, dating multiple people at once. I don't know.
Right.
It's whatever you want. Just slide in my DMs and let me know. You can find me on Instagram at the Danielle Young, or Twitter at RapsoDanny. Adam, can they do the same for you? Can they?
They can. You can find me on Instagram at @RIP, Twitter @AdamRipon. Again, like Danielle said, anything you think that we should normalize, we're here. We are the professionals. And just like being a comedian, you just call yourself that. That's what I'm doing right now in regards to normalization, is that I'm just calling myself a professional, which I feel like is good enough.
Pretty much. I call myself Blue Ivy's best friend, and many, many times. So I feel good about it.
What's one more stretch?
What's one more? Well, everybody do what you want. Do what you want in this life. And don't forget, when you're doing what you want, to rate the show, because you got to rate it really high, or like me and Adam will find you. Mm-hmm. And once you start to really like feel like this is the relationship that you want to be in, which I think is going to happen immediately.
Yes.
You just go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and commit. Put a ring on it.
Please.
And review us.
Yes.
With nothing but heart eyes emojis.
Right. 5 stars. And with that, I want to normalize something today, Danielle Young.
Ooh, what do you want to normalize?
Self-care.
It's my favorite type of care.
We're living through this incredible mental health revolution, and a big part of maintaining a sound mind, body, and spirit is taking care of yourself, Danielle.
Mm-hmm. Say it again.
Taking care of your... But you know what? Today, we're going to destigmatize mental health for a few different groups of people and talk about the methods of self-care that we think you should be normalizing today and forever.
Get your notebooks and pens.
Okay, before we even start, I need to know, like, if you're taking a day for yourself and you're like, okay, today's the day where I'm gonna take a few moments for myself. I'm gonna do things for me. What are those things? What are some of those things that you do for yourself?
The first thing is a wonderful cup of like dirty iced chai. Either I'll make it here at my house, or I'll go out and get one. Mm-hmm. Also, like, I would love to say, like, I'll go to the gym, because I know that's so important, and it is. But if it's like my self-care day, I'm skipping the gym, baby girl.
No, I'm going nowhere near.
I'm skipping it, but I'm still going to wear the leggings,
Right. You're cosplaying as someone who would go to the gym on a day where you don't go.
There may be food spilt onto my workout outfit, but it is very comfortable and it snatches me, so I'm going to wear it. But yes, I think it'll start there. And then I'm definitely going to schedule a massage at some point in that day. I love just like traveling to different spas around LA and seeing which ones I like. Because, you know, in New York, you could do like the major frou-frou ones, or you could show up to like a massage parlor in Chinatown and get the best massage of your life. Like, it didn't matter that it wasn't like some 5-star hotel.
Wait. Do you feel like you can't do that in LA?
I'm learning. I'm trying to pick and choose and see what is what and what feels good and what is like, this is not a real massage. So, and LA is not built like New York. Like, I know New York in a different kind of way.
You're tickling me.
Like, wow, you just rubbed me down in oils. That was not. And I'm talking like Chinatown, like these women had, like when you go into a massage parlor in Chinatown and you look up and you see bars that are across the ceiling, those are bars for them to hold on to as they are stepping on your back.
Oh, I will go on record, and I hope that if you're listening, you can record this. That a Thai massage is the best massage.
Let me tell you.
Swedish? No. Swedish is meatballs, because Thai is food, but it is massage.
See, yeah, I did it because, like, and don't get, because y'all know I'm a little bit ignorant, but like in Chinatown in New York, it does exist there. It's not like, oh, I'm calling everybody China. Like, no.
Was this part of the skit you did?
This is not. So, because when you're like Thai massage, I was like, well, I don't know what her nationality was. I was definitely in Chinatown, and she definitely held on to the bars and stepped across my back in several ways.
I think maybe that's just that's the style of it. Listen,
yeah,
I don't know.
Okay. Either way, yes,
but the bars,
please.
The stepping, the stretching, the stomping, and the pulling. That is the best version of a massage.
Oh, yes. I do love it when they be putting you in the reflexology and things like that. I am a sucker for any type of massage, to be honest. So like, I just like different experiences. So I'm not like super bougie when it comes to like my self-care. When it comes to the massage, I can go anywhere. Oysters are on the list. I love an oyster moment. It just makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm on vacation somewhere. It's sexy. I just love an oyster. So I love to find like a fancy place with a good view that has oysters. I love a book. You know, whether it's a bell hooks moment or reading up on Ian Levanzant. I have a devotional that I use, or even honestly digging into my pattern app, which just be reading me to filth. I love to.
What is the pattern app?
Oh my gosh. It is this app that basically takes like your zodiac without even calling it that, but like your birth chart, you know, the thing that people be like, oh my God, what time were you born?
Yeah.
So it takes all of that. It uses technology to connect all of that to the universe and back to you. And it displays and shows you like your patterns, and it gives you like a specific time range on these patterns. So like right now I'm in the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different patterns. And
my God.
I know it's very overwhelming, but once you start clicking into them and reading through them, you see like, you're like, oh, I'm not crazy. That does make sense. Oh, I was feeling that way. Okay. And it kind of just reads you who you are and what it is that's happening. And it makes you feel seen and understood. And then like, okay, now I know I can take some action.
It's called the Pattern app?
Yeah, the Pattern.
Okay,
it's
I'm going to have
really
to download
intense.
it. Because when you said it, at first I was like, this is the app that Tracy Ellis Ross made to go with her hair care. And
that
I'm like,
is the
what
name
are you
of her
doing?
hair care
How is that
products?
reading you for filth? Now I know. Now I know that there's a difference.
Understand. Yes, the Pattern app, it really does. And so I really like to dig into something like that, something to read, especially if it's going to be helpful to me and how I think and how I move. I really find that to be like dope for my self-care, because there's nothing better than like a perspective shift or something eye-opening that is like helpful in how you navigate the world. So I think that is like my self-care day. And then honestly, like a good dessert, a candle lit moment,
of course,
a joint at the end of the night, a hot shower, like some good body oils, a scalp massage and your girl feels cared for. A pedicure. Oh my God. Yes, pedicure.
Oh, I do. I love getting a pedicure. I actually hate it, but I love after because I love being clean, you know? Do you know what I mean?
I do. I just love the cleanliness. Everything looks so pretty.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going, why do we grow cuticles? Because they kind of...
Get them out of here.
They are flopping.
Push them back. Push them back
and cut them off.
Listen, well, what is self-care to you, Adam?
Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing that, I'll be honest, never fails.
Yes.
Are you ready? This is my number one tip
ready.
for like if things are going awry, change the background picture of your phone.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it's like it's a new phone, it's a new day, it's a new me. That's what happens when you change the background of your phone, or you change the case. You take it off, you put a new one on.
Oh, the changing of the case.
Oh my God, the other you is dead in a ditch.
Like
never
who is
back.
that girl?
Yes.
I don't know her.
That's so. I love to have like a self-care day where I'm like the background of my phone that needs to be changed. We need to change that up. I am jealous that you have read a book in there. I would love.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I would love to read a book. I can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Can't sit still?
Yeah, can't sit still.
Is that really what it is?
I think that's what it is. Or it's like the commitment of a book where I'm like, oh my God, I have to read it.
I've always loved reading books, though. I was that kid that my mom would like drop me off at the library.
I wish I was at the library, but I was more into the VHS tapes. That's listen.
Interesting. I would love to dig into that another.
Self-care. Another thing, tan myself. Because if one thing, I'm going to come out of this day darker than the way it started. Sorry. Has to
People don't get
happen.
it. The melanin be melanating.
If I'm not
it makes things
melanating,
better.
It's over.
Yeah, I love that.
I would say, you know what I am addicted to? This is true. I love to reorganize things in my house. I'm a crazy organized person. That doesn't mean that I'm clean because I can be very messy, but I'm very organized. And I have a passion for like taking things apart and reorganizing them so that they're like new and improved. That's truly what I will do if I want to feel like incredible.
Real. I feel that very deeply. I'm not mad at that at all. What a nice little list you got going on.
Thank you. And honestly, changing the background, that's a big one for me because it's so easy. Because sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I don't have any time for this, but I always have time to be on my phone. Are you kidding? That's part of my...
Don't you though?
That's part of my self-care, and it's also part of my demise.
I know the muscle memory and the way that I like go back to my phone is not self-care. I swear that I'm like, oh, I just need a moment to like scroll and look around and it's for me. But like, honestly, it's a very big time eater. And then I like freak out. So that is not self-care. Adam, there's a whole day. I didn't even know that, first of all, there was a self-care month.
Really? What month is that?
It's June.
Pride Month? Honey, no one is doing
But like it's
self-care.
not all of June. Like it starts like on June 24th. And then ends on July 24th. So it takes over 2 months essentially, but it's a month.
What?
Very self-care is like, girl, I'm gonna do what I want.
Self-care is saying I need self-care because I'm not a month.
I'm not a month. I need to be in 2 months and I need to confuse you, but it's still 1 month.
June 24th.
But honestly, what I'm trying to tell you is that you need to self-care all the time.
Okay.
Because that's the symbolic, like self-care day is on July 24th, which is the month after it started. But that is supposed to be symbolic because you're like, supposed to know that you can practice it all the time.
Okay. So this is like no shave November, except you're supposed to be like mentally,
2 months.
Yeah, except it's 2 months. So it's
but
2 months
only
of no
1
shaving.
month.
Okay.
Still,
we're both out of our minds thinking like, what does that mean?
Like, yeah, because it's a month, but it's over the course of 2 months. It's kind of like Latin and Hispanic Heritage Month. It starts like mid-September and it's over in mid-October.
Who is doing the PR for that?
You know what? I don't know. Probably Kevin Federline's people.
I mean, they are notorious for kind of messing things up.
Just kind of being like, a month, whatever, we'll just do it. Like this.
Pick a date and we'll just do 30 days from there.
I love it.
That's what they do.
Either way, practice it all the time. But is it a privilege to practice self-care? Because I like think back to my mom raising us and like there was no such thing.
Oh, yeah. It is a privilege. You know what? There's so many things that like are more normalized.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wink, wink. They're more normalized now and than they were. People just didn't talk about it. Taking time for yourself.
Real.
You know, actively having self-care, seeking out or even like having therapy. Like people are very open about it now. Especially like our generation, talking to psychologists, getting on medication. I've had that conversation with a lot of friends in a way that I felt like I would never, ever have that conversation or I wouldn't know people would be so open about it.
Just where we are as people, like we've been able to just not have the stakes be so high, you know? And it makes me sad for like our parents and those generations beyond because it's like, they deserve to know what it feels like to be like, you know what? I'm not going to work today. I'm going to the spa.
Right. And there are definitely moments where I think our parents' generation, they definitely have a lot of like unaddressed trauma.
Oh, real. Yeah.
Because I feel like so many of the things in our generation that became really like normal to talk about were a lot of things that like they were told to bottle up.
Oh, yeah, because who has time to like deal with your actual feelings when you have to survive or you're dealing with, you know, the fact that you may or may not be able to get home safely because people are out here like lynching you because you exist.
Right.
It's just, it's such a, and I mean, that exists now too, but I don't know, at least there's a lot more room for us to be able to take a second.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that, you know, because sometimes I do wish I was born in the 70s or at least an adult in the 70s. But then I'm like,
Listen, I would take the flower power, but I would
leave the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, can I take the flower power, but can you hold the rest?
Can you guys take all the oppression and all that rest of that stuff? It was really uncomfortable.
There are definitely a lot of things that are stigmatized in self-care.
Oh, yeah.
And I think sometimes people think that it can be too expensive. I have right in front of me as a bullet point, it might be only for women. Okay. Call me a woman because I'm caring for myself.
Not only for women. I'm going to need for men to please stop it.
Not important or it's a luxury item.
It's very important for me.
I think it's very important for everyone. And I can tell you, as somebody who, used to be dirt poor, I would still, now looking back, that I was doing self-care. Because I would be like, I just feel better when I do this. I would go, and I remember I would go to the mall. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I had not a dollar to my name, but I would just walk around and I just feel like nice. That was me. That's my version of walking and taking a stroll and out in the park.
Like a little, okay. I was about to say a little like window shopping.
Yes. Aww. And just being around stuff and around people and like just getting out, like that was my version of self-care. And I think as you get older, self-care evolves.
Oh, yeah.
And what it is just, I think it's just taking a moment to just do something that you like enjoy and makes you feel good.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be this grand thing, but it does have to be something that actually makes you feel good.
Right. And it doesn't need to cost anything.
Period. There's like a walk that literally can just change the way you are feeling immediately, and it's free.
Now, taking these self-care days, what do you feel it does for you physically, and what do you feel it does for you mentally?
Physically, it just relaxes me in a way that like I often tense up like many people if they have anxiety like me. Your muscles are tense a lot. And sometimes
me too.
Me. And sometimes you don't even know it, you know? Sometimes you're walking around tight and you literally just don't even know it because that's like your default. So honestly, like whether it's the massage or the walk or a cup of coffee or a scoop of ice cream, whatever it is that like helps me enjoy, I kind of relax a little bit and then I feel my body relaxing a little bit. Cause I don't know, the older I've gotten, the more I feel the stuff that I can like the emotional or the mental stuff that I can hold in my body. Like I feel that a lot more these days.
Oh, yeah.
But and then like mentally, of course, it clears the air, it clears the space for me to not feel that this, whatever this thing was or things are that were like the forefront of my mind are not the biggest thing in the world.
Yes.
Like it gives me a second to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I have other things or, you know?
Oh, totally. I feel like when you can take a moment of self-care, I feel like one of my favorite days of the week. First of all, now you know I have ADHD. By the way,
I see. It's so fun. I'm just like, wee.
So one of my favorite days of the week is Monday. I know, but I'll tell you why. Because I feel like on a Sunday, I do all of these things to help me feel geared up for Monday. And I'll do these things to like, you know, if whatever I might be working on that Monday, I'll on Sunday prepare for it. I'll get it together. I'll do things around the house so that like when I start the week, I feel like, okay, like I feel really good about the way the week is starting. And for me, it's like, those are all like my little self-care things so that when Monday comes around, I feel so much better. And I think it's because mentally I feel like I have myself together. I've done things that like, you know, maybe we're just on a checklist to get done, but I took care of them the day before. And physically that makes me just so much more excited for that day. And I have more energy and I have more focus for everything that I'm going to be doing.
That's a good way of looking at Monday. Cause you know, usually people just be dreading it.
I think the day that's the worst day is, first of all, no bad days. I catch on fire. No bad days. I think that Wednesday is unfortunately maybe not the worst day, but the oddest day for sure.
I'm like, girl, just get out of here. I just want to get to Friday real quick.
Yeah, it's the weirdest one.
I feel that. I don't know. I think it's because she ain't got no self-care inside of her. You just need to like give yourself a self-care moment on a Wednesday.
Yes.
An at-home spa ritual. You know?
I always need to, by Wednesday, I've lost steam. But Thursday, I've kind of got it back because I want to have a good Friday.
Yes. And Friday is self-care to me all the way because I treat Friday like a mini vacation. Yeah. I'm like, okay, work is going to be wrapped up. I'm not even trying to do it until 5. Like, let's be real.
Because I think the week goes like this. Sunday is self-care, right?
Yes.
Monday is good. Tuesday is leftover Monday. Wednesday is Friday.
Leftover Monday.
Thursday is Monday. And Friday is Saturday.
I can't.
That's the week.
That is it. That's all we got.
That's how it goes.
That goes by too quickly.
I know. It does.
I don't
and then all of a sudden it's 2022. Like 2023.
Yeah, we're already at 2023 if we're being honest.
Yeah.
We're going to need new days of the week. Listen, are you like a person that needs to improve your self-care? Do you need, because, you know, it's one thing to take the massages and take the pedicures and all that, but are you doing things like getting the right amount of sleep? I know you're not eating the right kind of foods.
No.
I know.
What else? I'm writing it down.
Are you cutting off your sources of pain? Your bad habits, your bad food, your bad, you know, stuff. Are you like watching things that are feeding you? Are you flossing your teeth?
Okay, I will tell you that I don't feel like my teeth are clean unless I floss them.
I know, right? I need a floss.
I don't understand how you can just brush and call it a day.
And just keep it moving.
Sorry, there's stuff in between
like
your
there's
teeth.
Stuff in there you need to get to.
Yeah.
Felt.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I floss every day and I go in this order. And I recently learned, and by recently, probably in the last 2 years, learned that the proper order is floss, swish, brush.
Really?
Okay, before I continue, what order do you go in?
I am floss, brush, swish.
Do you know that you're swishing away all the fluoride from your toothpaste?
But isn't fluoride bad for us now?
Good night, everyone. Thank you. 5 stars. Review us on wherever you get your podcast. No, fluoride can't be bad
Adam,
now.
the fluoride is not what we're supposed to be doing.
No, I know I'm listening to you, but I'm not hearing
you.
you.
It's bad for your brain.
What? Do you know how long I'm on my phone? And do you think that it's fluoride that's going to rot my brain?
Because I remember they used to like really care about us having fluoride, but it's like it degenerates the brain in some type of way.
Well, I'm tired of my brain.
I don't want to know any more about it because I feel like we all have fluoride in our toothpaste. What are we going to do?
I don't know what we're going to do. And that's kind of what scares me. But basically what I'm getting to. I'm on the streets. I'm outside of Trader Joe's.
Taking them down.
And I'm
bring back our brain cells.
Take fluoride out of the tap water.
You know it's in the water too.
I know it's in the water. That's true. That's actually
That's how you know we don't need it. If they're just giving it to, if they're giving it to us.
Yeah, if they're giving it to us, then we definitely
they're like,
don't
your
need
teeth
it.
are amazing, but your brain is dead.
As rotted. Oh my God, wait, I was going to say something
that's
so important.
That's
it is the fluoride. Oh wait, I know. I was going to tell you my secret.
Okay.
My secret is I have, and I promise you, I'm like promising like a real, like I'm being very serious about this. I have like a cavity between every tooth.
Oh God.
Like every single one.
So I'm supposed to listen to you about the order in which I need to floss?
Well, didn't you hear me when I said I updated it a year ago?
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. My teeth are rotting out of my head.
Oh my God. What?
I know. I'm going to be Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop with a busted grill.
See, this is not how we do it. Cardi, I didn't say it.
No, I did. And yeah. But I haven't had a cavity in 5 years.
But they exist in between all your teeth currently?
Yeah. But I didn't go to the dentist for 8 years.
Oh my God.
Don't, under your breath, ask God for strength. Because I had to confidently walk into the dentist and look my dentist straight in the eye and go, no, I haven't been to a dentist in 8 years, as he took out basically a pickaxe to get tartar off the front and the back. He was digging underneath my gums.
Oh my gosh. Yes, the tartar special. Listen.
The tartar special. Now I go to the dentist 3 times a year.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. You should just tell him you were kidnapped.
Which I did.
You're free now and you want to take care of your teeth. Oh my God. Death to the fluoride. So we know that you're not doing all the things that you need to do. That
obviously
would be
not
great strategies and techniques for self-care. So we'll get to it. You know, we'll get you some healthy food, get you some sleep.
Thank you.
Get you some floss that doesn't, bother your cavities that are between every tooth.
No, I don't know, because the thing is that if you get them filled, you don't have a cavity anymore.
Oh, so it's like old news now.
Yes.
Ah.
And I'm doing great because I did Invisalign after I got all of my cavities filled.
Oh, so your teeth are like a brand new thing.
Yes. I rebranded them.
Good for you.
As healthy. Thank you.
You deserve healthy teeth.
I thought so.
I'm right behind you.
Thank you.
I'm right behind you on that front. I mean, my teeth are fine. They're just, I don't have cavities and stuff like that. I just think that I have like my original teeth.
I have my original teeth. Do you not consider my teeth original?
I mean, I don't know. Are they?
These are my birth teeth, as I kind of call them.
The teeth you came in here with?
Mm-hmm. They're my birth teeth. Wait, can I tell you something about teeth? Because, I'm obsessed.
Birth teeth is so good. Yes. Tell me more.
So I, obviously, as a child from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
When I think of teeth, when I think of the ideal tooth, I think of white porcelain, right?
Mm,
But do you know that the most expensive veneers are just supposed to look like normal teeth?
yeah,
What's the point?
because that's the point.
No, the point should have like a Toto toilet tooth mouth. The point is to have blue teeth, that they're so white that they're blue.
You need the teeth straight out of the porcelain handbook. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. What I'm saying is that,
is
like,
not.
if it can be a kitchen counter, it can also be a tooth.
Hey, kids, you heard it here first. So, Adam, do you think you're going to improve your self-care habits?
No.
I'm going to keep needing to have self-care drilled into my life.
Yeah. I'm going to also be honest with you that, like, whenever I mindfully take moments to do self-care, I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Wow.
Which is why I need it. And I'll do it. But then when I finally get to a breaking point, I'm like, okay, fine. Let me just do this thing. It's going to make me feel better. And I feel so much better. So I don't know why. I should schedule it more into my routine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like a to-do. It should be something that you know is literally just supporting you.
Right. It should be a to-done.
Yes. You better do it.
So, Danielle, there's somebody who did have it to-done. And this is from the New York Times, so you have to believe it.
Yes,
word for word.
I remember that you have a subscription and you never shared it with me.
Right. I never will. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. But before the pandemic, when Mary Castile, age 32, traveled, she would try to hit as many tourist attractions as she could. But in early December, Miss Castile, who works in the financial service industry out of New Jersey, went to Guatemala and stayed at an eco-friendly hotel called Lush. There, she ate vegan meals, walked around the natural reserve, and listened to music and loved it.
She's living her best little life.
From now on, she said, I see myself incorporating a lot more of my needs into my travel instead of what I can see. And Danielle, I'm going to tell you, I didn't understand a fucking word of what I just read.
Wow. So basically, she don't just travel for the sake of traveling and like, oh, let me take some cute pictures and like, let me see Big Ben, whatever.
Right.
She is going to be incorporating her self-care into her travel. So that like place she stayed at where she ate vegan and she walked around the natural reserve and she listened to her music. She's just going to be doing that on her vacations, which I'm like, girl, yeah. Listen, I met somebody when I took myself on a self-care vacation solo trip to Jamaica.
Right.
I stayed at a resort and I just really like chilled out. I did my own thing. I didn't do too much. I did an excursion, whatever. It just was like just hella low stakes.
Right.
And I met this woman who was like, so I'm curious, like, I love that you like to travel and stuff. But she was like, do you think you like traveling or do you like vacation? Ooh. And I was like, ooh.
Okay, Oprah interview.
Okay, were you silent or were you silenced? I said, oh, well, I think in that case, I actually just like vacation. Like, I want to see the world, sure, but I want to lay down when I get there. I don't want to climb the thing.
Right. Okay. This brings me to an amazing point because I'm going, okay, listen. You're from New Jersey to Guatemala?
Of course you're going to really, like, have a great time.
Right. I mean, as somebody who lived in Hackensack, New Jersey, I can tell you that, yeah, Guatemala is an improvement. Okay? It's an improvement.
Big improvement.
I'm going to also tell you as somebody who I love spending money, but I love saving money. Let's say you have money set aside, right? And you can choose to spend it on something or on an experience. I know the right answer is experience.
Right. But
I don't because an experience will go away.
It will go away.
So I want to spend it on a thing. And
that
so
could also go away, no?
Yeah, but I could. Do you see? I'm in a conundrum.
Strictly conundrum right now. What is going on? What are you feeling?
So this is what I'm thinking. I like to vacation nearby.
Really?
If I need to I don't want to get on a plane. I don't.
Really?
No.
Adam, you are so interesting.
Because I want to go somewhere different. To be honest, I want to be somewhere different, but I want to have my car.
And your frappuccinos and
is that fair? Because I'm also like, first of all, I do like to travel. I like to go to different places. But sorry, Mary Castile, age 32 from New Jersey. If I'm going somewhere, I want to see it. And if I wanted to just do stuff, you could go stay at a Hilton.
Right, and eat a vegan meal and listen to music and walk around in nature, girl.
Yeah, you can go to Tender Greens.
Like she really act like she cornered the market or something.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you're saying. I think she liked to vacation or...
Was she silenced? Danielle, once and for all, what are your self-care essentials that we are normalizing today?
I feel like I'm a self-care queen, a self-care princess.
Mm-hmm.
I want to normalize self-care for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just for women's. It's not just for rich people and rich aunties. It is for every single person who needs it.
Yes.
To find things to relax, and recenter. I think prioritizing yourself is not a easy thing to do for so many people. There's so many different walks of life. Many different people have different responsibilities. So where me and you can be like, oh, of course I can take a day for myself. No problem. There's so many folks that can't say that. So I'm just like, I get it. But if you can insert some form of self-care into your day in any way, whether it be, you go get you that luxurious coffee that you like, or that lotion that you like. You may not have the time for the full massage, but there's a way for you to take a second to meditate or something. So I think normalize self-care being for everybody. So looking for ways to make that happen for yourself.
Right. And I also think not feeling guilty about it, going out for a walk, like you said, get that expensive, luxurious coffee, or even just spending a little time and just watching some TV. You can make a note of that being self-care. Mm-hmm. So you don't feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Well, you are. You're letting yourself decompress.
Yeah, giving yourself room to breathe, which I think is very important. So you don't have to think about it like this big luxury cruise. It could literally be, like Adam said, a walk or something like that. It's just also getting to come up with ways that you can give yourself that time is pretty awesome. Spending time figuring out what are the things I actually like that I can do. What about you, though? What are you normalizing?
Okay, I want to normalize self-care Sundays because Monday doesn't have to be the worst day of the week. And if you take Sunday to yourself to set yourself up to have a great week, that's self-care. And also, I'll say it, and I'm not afraid, and I know I'm going to get hate, but I do not care. I love Monday because I usually do my best to always feel prepared for Monday on Sunday. And I love Monday because of that.
Well, that is so precious and sweet. I'm going to need your little Sunday list because I don't even care, if I'm excited about something that I'm doing on a Monday, I'm still looking at Monday like, girl. So I might need a self-care Monday.
Listen, I'll whisper those sweet self-care Monday nothings into your ear, and you will have a great Monday always.
I'm a hope for that because if you can start my week off cute, who knows? Who knows?
I will do that. I also, Danielle, I want to normalize dental care because I think if you still have your birth teeth.
Yes. The first coming of your teeth. It's actually the second coming. The second coming because you lost them.
Right. You lose and gain different teeth. That's self-care.
But some people, whoever you are out there with your third set of teeth, listen.
That's still self-care. I don't care if you're on your third or fourth or if we're rocking with an in-between, an interim.
The porcelain ones that don't have the spaces between the teeth.
Exactly.
Those are the ones those are the ones that they fit you, but then you're waiting for yours to come in.
Yes.
Have you seen those before?
I have seen them before.
They are terrifying.
Yeah, I will say it's scary that it's like one mass. That's what's
and there's
scary
no
to me.
space between them. So your friends or whoever it is,
Right.
whoever got those new teeth is trying to talk and you're like, stop it.
Sometimes I see those like fully, like when there are young people who have like full sets of dentures and I'm like, those are the most gorgeous teeth I've ever seen.
Aren't they though? The gums are so pink and supple.
Oh, it's incredible. It is incredible. If you need dentures, first of all, I want you to know I'm jealous because I have, let's say it together, 1,000 cavities. And you have none.
That's what happens when you have your birth teeth sometimes. Yeah, I have none. What a journey.
Yeah.
These birth teeth have been on.
What lack of journey.
Mine
have been on a true uphill Oregon trail, gotten scurvy, and almost didn't make it. They almost didn't make it. If you ever played Oregon Trail on the PC,
gosh.
my
With
teeth
your
almost
floppy
didn't
disk.
make it. Exactly. My teeth almost didn't make it to the third CD.
Oh my gosh. What in the world? And with that, I think it's time for my favorite segment. Keep it or curb it. Can you sing the song?
I'm ready. Keep it or curb it.
Listen, this is for those of you who may not have listened to this podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it or curb it is a segment where Adam and I take a look at new social trends, things that are happening on the internets, and decide if they're worth keeping or curbing.
Okay. This is the first keep or curb. Every year, Apple releases a new version of their iPhone. Since 2017, the number of iPhone users around the world has increased by nearly 23%. Today, more than 1 billion people use an iPhone.
All of us.
Beautiful stat. As for new iPhones, Apple shipped 206 million new iPhones to users in 2020. So, are we keeping or curbing upgrading our phones every year?
Yeah, I don't. The upgrades, please stop. Apple girl, good night.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm so tired. I'm like so physically tired that like the only difference is like sharp edges on the corner of
You're
the phone.
like, that is not innovative. Stop.
No, please.
Stop charging me for all the accessories and stuff. Like, stop.
No.
I'm still paying for my phone and I got it 3 years ago.
I have a bone to pick.
The biggest bone. Pick it.
When I do get a new phone, because sorry, capitalism wins.
It always does.
When I get my new phone, do I need to now buy the prong thing to plug into the wall?
Yeah. Like, you're really trying to keep me down.
What?
It's not.
I just spent $5,000 on a new phone and now you want me to spend $40?
Like, I'm not about to do that.
No.
I'm going to Apple and I'm protesting. I'm outside. Curbed.
Okay, let's move on. This is a millennial topic. More Americans are putting down roots close to home. A new study from researchers at the U.S. Census Bureau and Harvard University, when they ever led us astray, says nearly 60% of young adults aged 26 or younger live within 10 miles of where they grew up. Gun to my head, pull the trigger.
Please.
80% live within 100 miles. A key reason, money. Understandable. Danielle, what do you think? Keep or curb? Hometowns.
Honey, I am from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Okay.
We're a long ways from home.
I'm far away, over 2,000 beautiful miles away from home. I love it here. Love my family. Love not being conveniently located. But I am reaching an older age. My mom is over 70 now. Like, she'll be 71 this year. And it's just getting to a point now where it's like you're starting to have to think about those things.
Right.
Like, who's going to take care of mom? And like, what does that look like? And
right. And you know, I definitely think the landscape of this has changed so much. And I think the big thing of like, I need to leave my tiny town for Tinseltown. I think the big thing of that is that I was in the middle of nowhere and I was restricted from information and I didn't get to see a lot of things. And I think now everything is out there. So even if you're from this tiny town, you can have a front row seat to what's happening in New York, in Los Angeles, in
that's also
London,
very true.
Paris. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, and especially with the culture since the pandemic, that's made that even more true. That a lot of times these meetings are happening online. These things are happening remote, or it's everybody is everywhere.
Yeah.
Big executives from big companies have left the big cities and they live in Montana. They live in Wyoming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that is definitely like a great point because, you know, there are people who need to live close to home, whether, you know, or not their family needs to be taken care of, you know, the elders in their family or money or whatever the case. So like it is hopeful and helpful for those who have to do that and have the desire to want to see these things and be in these places to have that access, but online, but also to like just think about what it would take to save to show up in New York during this time, or this is happening in LA, so I'm going to save to show up in that time. I think people are just learning how to stay connected to home, but also like live a life, because
totally
the pandemic is like, I know we always come back to this, but it's such a big learning experience of life and a reprioritization of things that are like, that matter to us. And family, I think no matter like how tough it is sometimes to be with family, I think it is nice to have something that grounds you to like a quote unquote home, like whatever that looks like for you.
Totally. Well, and I, like you, I am 2,000 plus miles away from where I grew up, and my whole family is all on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. I love it out here. I've lived here for 10 years. I don't see myself moving. I can see myself moving, but within the West Coast, unless there was some giant reason to move back east. But I think truly I need to like move to just be where it's all happening. I think that's kind of over.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm actually kind of glad for that, you know, for people to feel a little bit more free in that regard. But I'm still in LA though.
Oh, for me, I've never curbed anything so hard. I'm driving on the curb. I'm part of the construction team that's laying down the pavement of the curb.
Listen, sparks are flying because I'm so much on the curb.
Yeah, I'm not going. Listen, I love Scranton, and I'm Scranton through and through, but I'm not going back.
I'm never going back, and you can't make us. No, so we're not moving closer to home.
No, but I get it.
Congratulations if you did do that.
Yes, because there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it.
There's no shame in it. Listen, Adam, we are at the end of this show. I can't believe it. It went so quickly.
I know it did. It sped right by, but I had an amazing time.
Yeah, it's mostly because we just like cornered the market on normalizing self-care. So I just feel really good about our contribution to the world today.
Me too. We really put good into the world.
We put good into the world. We did so using our birth teeth. And I really hope that you
about birth teeth already.
Never forget about birth teeth. I really hope that you felt our birth teeth chattering as you listen through this episode. Clicking, clacketing. Make sure that y'all are rating this show, commenting, and subscribing everywhere y'all listen to your podcast. And don't forget, you can reach out to us on social media. I'm the Danielle Young on Instagram and at RapsoDanny on Twitter. And Adam?
I'm Adam Rippon on Instagram and Adam Rippon on Twitter. And again, if you have anything that you'd like us to normalize, throw us a DM and we're on it.
And we're going to read it and leave it on red and then make you sweat just a little bit. And then we're going to come back and answer it right on time.
Yes, in that order.
Until next time, we love you so much.
We love you. We'll see you next time
on Normalize This. Everyone out there listening, we want to hear from you. Make sure you follow at Make SpringHill on all platforms for weekly show updates.